All right, welcome to DeanBodi Show. DeanBodi Show. Hey, everybody, what's going on? Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a great day. We're doing our thing over here, DeanBodi, and I hope you're doing your thing over there, watching and listening to the DeanBodi. Good girl, Bodi. Good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698. The Bodi Hotline, Fun Line. Call the Bodi line. Say something cute, fun. You can do it. Say a riddle or a pun or one of your real fun short stories. That's what's going on with you that we can make it a feature on the show. And we'll bounce off of it. We'll give you our little 2 cents or 3 cents if that, helps. And we'll take it down our little crazy road and add it to our little journey. I think we should do that more often, don't you? Okay. So get onto the website, DeanBodi. DeanBodi.com is the website. The links are on there. One will get you over to the podcast, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And the other link will get you over to the YouTube channel, DeanBodi _show, YouTube channel. Man, all kinds of stuff going on over here, DeanBodi, huh? So listen, man, there's nothing more lonely than a naked or empty banana hanger. So what I decided to do is to get some fake bananas. They finally came in the mail today, and it's a bunch of plastic bananas that I could put on the banana hanger. So when the bananas are not there anymore, I just don't see this thing with a hook just sitting there. I couldn't think of something to do with it, but it's been bothering me since I had that thing. Yes, it's kind of cool when the bananas are hanging on there, and you got your little fruit hanger. So supposedly when the bananas are hanging in the air, they don't get bruised as easily, and they last a little bit longer, as opposed to just sitting on the counter and the pressure bruises them. Just like if you put your arm on the counter and leaned on it for a week straight, you'd probably have a bruise there too. Got it? So I decided to get a bunch of fake bananas. Yeah, this is how I do things over here. Kind of patch up care, keep my brain screwed on straight so I don't get stressed out about a naked banana hanger. It isn't like I can do something else with the hook. I can't hang laundry on it. I can't put my jacket over it. I can't put another kind of fruit on the banana hanger because it's only made for bananas. What else are you going to put on there? Oh, I guess if I took an apple and I just slammed it on the hook and stuck it there, I could probably do that. But that's not what it's for. So now I have a bunch of bananas, fake ones, hanging on the banana hanger right now. Nice going. It looks beautiful. You'd never even know unless you were me. And Bodi probably knows because she's smart. And, the deal is I usually get 5 of the bananas, Amazon delivers from the Whole Foods. And I go through 3 of them, let's say. But now that I'm dialing way down on the fructose, F stands for fructose. Got to watch out for that stuff. So it's gone way down even more. But what I used to do is I get through 3 of them and watch the other 2 turn kind of brown. Because sometimes they bring out these bananas. I don't know, man. They're just way too big and you can't get through them all unless they bring in a nice little bunch of the smaller ones, which is nicer. But long story short on the whole banana conversation is... If I catch it on time, you get the bananas that are just about to turn before it's too late, peel them, put them in a Ziploc freezer bag, throw them in the freezer, then you can have banana ice cubes for your health smoothie or things like that. Hey, little tip from DeanBodi. How's that? So, in the meantime, the fake bananas are right there. Psychologically, I look at it now. It's all dialed in. I have bananas on the banana hanger 24/7, 365 now. So take that, banana spoiler. All right. So anyway, we got some other stuff delivered today as we're keeping on track with the new nutritional lifestyle. We got nutritional yeast from Bragg's. We're going to be sprinkling that on something. We got some cream of tartar for the potassium and doing all these other little concoctions. I made let me tell you, man, the healthy lemonade I got going on, I got that thing dialed in. What you got to do is get one of those large Voss, V-O-S-S, glass bottles. Those things are awesome for not only just keeping water in there, but number one, they're glass. They don't denature like the plastic. And you can shake up stuff in those. It's perfect. Trust me. So they also have the smaller ones that you can shake up a little, like a quick, like, let's say you got those little powdered greens. Take a little scoop in there, fill it with water, shake that little thing up. It makes a great little shaker glass, or you can toss it in the fridge and it gets cold in there. They're awesome. I don't know any other ones that are glass like that. First of all, they got the nice big cap and the wider mouth on it, so you can fill it up with water even without the funnel. I got the funnel, but you can do it without the funnel. But anyways, highly recommend it. So I know I said this before, but just to make sure, here's the recipe for DeanBodi's Healthy Lemonade. Are you ready? I start with Pellegrino's sparkling water. It's got minerals in it, yes, from rolling around the Rocky Hills for the last 400 years up in the Alps, okay? So it's got minerals in there that isn't in your faucet. So I start off with the sprinkling water. I get the cans and empty that one in there. Next thing I put in there, I get the apple cider vinegar with the mother from Bragg's, splash. I don't measure it like a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. I just go a nice splash in there. It's probably going to be a few tablespoons, easy. Not afraid of a little extra apple cider vinegar. If anything, you're better off. So you start off with the sparkling Pellegrino water, few nice splashes of apple cider vinegar with the mother. You got to get the real stuff. After that, you get your stevia, organic liquid stevia. Sweet Leaf makes a good one. Like a half a dropper. Squeeze it in there. And this is what I'm using, one of those large, tall Voss glass bottles, okay? Half a dropper of the stevia. Get a little Himalayan pink salt, just a little half a teaspoon. Drop that puppy in there. And what am I missing? That's it. That's all you put in there. Oh, yeah. The fresh lemons. Come on. Not the real lemon in the little bottle already made, which is okay if you want to do that. But fresh is better if you can do it. Get the organic lemons. And I cut up 2 of those, get my little lemon juicer, the squeezer, which I got just the other day, which I love. Squeeze 2 lemons in there. I cut them in halves. So here's the review. You got the Pellegrino sparkling water. You got your Bragg's apple cider vinegar with the mother, right? A few good pours in there. I mean, not crazy, but a couple chugs. All right. You got the liquid stevia, unsweetened, nothing in there. Liquid stevia, organic, half a dropper, squeeze it in there. Get some pink Himalayan salt, half a teaspoon, drop it in. Get 2 lemons, cut them in half, so it's 4 halves. Squeeze the lemon juice in there. Shake that puppy up at that point. Get it all mixed together. Then I fill the rest of it up with, of course, pure filtered water. Then you're in the zone, man. And that stuff, you can sip on it throughout the day, keeps your electrolytes on point. And I'm telling you, I love it. You don't just sit there and guzzle the whole thing at once, but you do it throughout the day, and it keeps your electrolytes dialed in. Oh, yeah, because when your fats are way up, protein is way down, carbs are down even further, you're dialed in. Because we're looking at 75%, 80% fat. You got, 75% fat, yeah, right around in there. 85, 95, 20% protein, 5% carb. Cruciferous carb, and you're dialed in. And no more easy with the fructose. I'm not saying that it's that terrible, but you got to be real sparingly and stick with the berries, the blueberries, the strawberries. Keep it really on the lowest glycemic as you can. And that's just dabbling once in a while. I don't even mess with it right now because the entire gout community that's been touting up all this purine stuff and all the stuff they're saying staying away from, I'm doing just the opposite now. So stay tuned. I'm either going to be crawling around the neighborhood with Bodi, or I'm going to be coming out the other side with a new real life experience so I can take it with me for the rest of my life and live in the real, truthful world of self-experimentation, doing it, being consistent, paying attention to the research, put some common sense in there, and get moving down the road. This is how I do it. I'm going to figure it out sooner or later because something's not right. As we're getting closer to Hanukah, those of you that are coming up, Jewish, tomorrow's, I believe, is the first night. Sun's coming down. Hanukah, Hanukah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party. We'll all do the horror. Gather around the table. We'll give you a treat. Lots of things to play with and good things to eat. And while we are dancing, the candles are burning low. One for each night. They give us a light to remind us of days long ago. Hey, 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 Hanukah. So that's the Hanukah song. Never heard that in elementary school. We heard a bunch of Christmas tunes, but we didn't have any of our favorites like dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, a dreidel I will play. Hey, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, a dreidel I will play. Ho! You didn't hear that in elementary school, but we heard a lot of Christmas songs. Not one Hanukah song, man. Come on. These are classics. So, that being said, we heard a lot of, Bodi just took a nice poopy outside, just to change the subject a little bit, right by somebody's window in their apartment that had all nice Christmas decorations on it, and it was all like whatever. And she kind of caught me off guard because this spot she did it in today was not the regular, normal Bodi spot. But when you gotta go, you gotta go. So she dropped one right outside the beautiful decorated Christmas window and said, here you go. Happy Hanukah from Bodi. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? And the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful night for poopy tonight. Bodi's taking a big poop. Yeah, are you ready for the poopy? Ho, can you smell the stinky poopy? Yeah, it's beautiful night. We're happy tonight. Bodi's taking a poopy. Yeah. In the meadow, you can take a poopy and pretend that it's a Parson Brown. You'll say, are you married? I'll say, noopy. Taking a poopy, oh yeah. Okay, so while she's going, I'm like, really, Bodi? Because the window was open. And I'm like, if people are looking at Bodi and she's going to town right now, and, you know, she does this kind of cute stance as dogs do when they get into their position. Tails cocked up to get it away from the poopy. The legs are bent and everything's pressured down and we're bearing down for the poopy. And she's kind of looking around and whatever and not really paying much mind to, hey, if you're watching me, okay, happy holidays. But of course, I have the poopy bags. And unlike a lot of people around here in the neighborhood, I always pick up Bodi's poopy. No matter how I'm feeling, hobbling around, whatever, in a ton of pain, do the right thing. You know, I go across the apartments on the other side over here. There's got to be, I don't know, nobody does the right thing over there. You got to watch. There's landmines every half a foot. So listen, let's see what's going on over here, DeanBodi. I don't want to shortchange anybody, DeanBodi Show. Now that we got the lonely banana hanger's not lonely anymore, and the whole Bodi Christmas poopy thing out of the way, and a few Hanukah songs, let's see what's going on over here, DeanBodi. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, my oh my, what a glorious day. There's plenty of sunshine coming our way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, yada-pee-da-ba-da, zoodoo, ba-da-pee, ba-ba, yappa-dee-da-dee-da-da-da. Oh, Bodi is folliculitis. I'm going to tell you about a couple treatments I've been working on to help her, and the tree outside my balcony out here in the back, that crap's all over the place that I can't stand since I lived here. When the seasons change, forget about it. Bodi's turkey tendon feast. Oh man, Potato Head playing cards. Man, do you remember Mr. Potato Head? I don't know. Since I'm not eating potatoes anymore, Mr. Potato Head popped in my mind. It was a toy back in the day where you took a real potato and it came with a little kit and you'd push the nose on there, push the ears on it, the mouth, the little hat, and it was Mr. Potato Head. It was kind of like around the time, I think, when the Pet Rock came out, or maybe before the Pet Rock. But geez, Mr. Potato Head started off with a real potato, and then it graduated into a fake plastic potato. And then I think he got married, and it was Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, and it came with all the parts, and you put it on, and the cute commercials with the kids. I love my Mr. Potato Head. And you'd want one. So, oh my gosh. And I brought up the Pet Rock just now, but let me tell you something about the Pet Rock. I never got one, but when there was a store back in the day called the Barefoot Mailman over there in Dadeland in Miami, let me tell you, it was like a Spencer's of today. And it had everything in there, the black light posters and all the crazy stuff and all that wild stuff that you don't see in any other store. Loved that store. And that's when the Pet Rock came out. They had the Pet Rock, and it came with this little thing, and you would take care of your little Pet Rock. And I don't know, whoever invented that really made out pretty good because smart, pretty smart. And I don't know, it would come in handy with the quarantine now. You need something to take care of. Get yourself a Pet Rock, okay? Make it your friend. And, I was thinking, too, back in the day, in those days, it's taking me back when I was a kid, and thinking about what we would do with the playing cards, right? The cards like in a deck, you have your normal card games, but I used them for everything but playing card games. Whether you would take it and fling it and try to throw it inside a bucket, or whether I would fold it back and forth and bend it in half and take a rubber band and shoot my friends with it. We'd have little wars, and it would hurt, and you get little welts all over your body from it. Those things hurt big time. And if you wanted to go hardcore, you can use paper clips, but hey, that's all fun until somebody loses an eye. Anyway, we'd also take the cards, and here's the one thing I wanted to get at. You could take your bicycle, and on the spoke wheels that we had, well, they have them today too, but on the spokes, you would bend the card around the spoke, get like clothespins, clip them on there, so when you rode your bike, it would flap and make like a motor noise, and you thought you were cool riding around the neighborhood, irritating everybody with the noise. And you could put a couple of them on the back, a couple of them on the front, and it was one of those things that we used to do. It was pretty cool. It sounded like a little, had some headers on it, like dual exhaust, and that was some fun stuff. So the stuff we used to do with playing cards, man, 1 was a weapon, 2 was throw it into a bucket, how many you could make in a bucket, and 3, put them on your bike and make like a motor noise. Man, not forgetting to mention Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. Come on. So let's get serious. So Bodi's wound with this folliculitis thing, what a challenge this has been. Now, last year, Bodi had some allergies and stuff, right? And she'd get the hot spots, and I would use this spray that would calm down the energy of it. This is before any allergy shots or nothing, and it would work. And we did the oatmeal shampoos, stuff with the groomer, and it would calm things down. So after I had to drop her off at Pet Paradise when I was going through my nightmarish situation, she really had a couple spots with this folliculitis and had ended up getting kind of infected, the hair follicles, with the bacteria. So, poor Bodi. I know, I'm getting it. We're trying to go at it little by little. We'll figure this thing out. So, a couple of the spots are on their way to healing. They're doing great. Just the hair's got to grow back a little bit. And like the size of a, what do you call it? Like a silver dollar size, a demarcated area. And man, it's not good. But the hair will grow back. And, so there was another one after the Pet Paradise, and she came home that I had to, it really got a little bit like the first one did, and it was like unreal. So we had to get that thing going, got the allergy shot again, and we're trying this kind of, obviously this antibiotic treatment to get this systemic infection dialed in too, because if you don't, I don't want her to have a serious problem. So we seem like we're on the right track now. And all of a sudden today, it dawned on me, I had some of that old hot spot spray. Now, this is not for folliculitis or whatever, but I noticed she had another little spot that she started scratching. Now, when there's a spot that she can get at with her nails, a whole nother challenge because she'll start wailing on it. You got to watch it. So I talked to the vet, and I'm like, what else can we do other than the antibiotic? No, nothing really. And I really had to dig deep like I do with my own doctor. You got to drag information out of them. Can somebody just give us the protocol from A to Z and quit making us work so hard? This is what you do. This is your profession. Don't make us ask 6,000 questions to come up with the answer that you already know. Unbelievable. So we tried. Then he finally says, yeah, aloe vera or vitamin E. I'm like, okay. Why didn't you say so in the first place? Initially, you said no, nothing else. Now we can go aloe vera, vitamin E. So I get the aloe. We're putting the aloe on there, and it's in a spot where that she can get to it. Next thing I know, she's licking the aloe. Now aloe's a treat now, and it's not even doing what it needs to do because she's licking it off. So I said I look in my cupboard, and I have some of that old hot spot spray, right? I'm like, well, look, this is allergy related. This is kind of looking hot spotty. We got the antibiotic thing going for the internal, right? And we're keeping it clean. And now, why not give it a couple spray? Because what it does is it calms down the energy of the itchiness so she doesn't want to scratch it. That's the key to keep them from doing that. So I hit her with a couple sprays last night before bed. And it wasn't like the aloe that she wants to lick off. This stuff, no appetite for it whatsoever, but it calmed down the itching. And in through today, we did another couple sprays this morning. You can do it a couple times a day. So I call up the vet and I said, look, what about the spray we got for the hot spot? Is that something that I could use on there? I mean, I've already tried it, but I want to get the information from him. Hopefully he's not going to be like, oh, no, don't use that. You don't know what's going to happen. So the girl goes, hold on, let me ask him. She comes back on the phone, or she goes, I'll call you right back. Calls me back, and she says, yeah, he says you can use that. You can try that. Maybe it'll calm it down. Wow. Well, thanks for making me dig that information out of you, too. Anything else I should know while Bodi's going through it? I got my doctor, makes me dig. Nobody knows anything about the secondary adrenal gland insufficiency and this folliculitis thing. I got to drag information out of the vet. It's really unbelievable. Anyway, I'm trying to avoid Bodi having to go to some kind of doggy dermatologist, so we have to go down that crazy rabbit hole of whatever treatments, and I can already see what's going on. I think we're on the right track now, and you just got to figure things out sometimes and ask the right questions because you're not always going to get what you need in here. When you go into the doctor, they put you on these meds or whatever it is. They all have side effects. I got news for you. You want to ask questions. You think it's all going to get along together in the body all perfectly. Wrong. You got another thing coming. Just like the world today. Everyone's going to get along. Everything's going to get... No, everybody's waiting for this kumbaya moment. That's never going to really happen. Oh, it's a nice fantasy. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Oh, Lord, kumbaya. Seriously. So, listen, Dr. Fettuccine, anybody seen Hunter? And what's going on, Pelosi? Ding dong, the witch is dead, the wicked witch. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead. A stuff here, a poke here, and a couple of tra-la-las. This is how we spend the day all day in the wonderful land of Oz. Oh, so I think we got it, man. What a great show today. I've had so much fun talking about all this stuff, man. And I think we got it dialed in. Yes, we did. Oh, except for one more thing. The tree that craps outside. I'm on the first floor. Yes, it's great and convenient. Walking Bodi in and out. Up the third floor. I've done this before when I lived in Georgia. The third floor. Hey, it's all fun when you're 22 years old. Oh, yeah. We used to take the garbage and wing it over the balcony and it would land on the ground. Then you'd go and get it. But, man, that apartment was great. You do have the higher ceilings on the third floor and the bonus of nobody's stomping on your ceiling living there. So it depends what situation you're in. But as far as the dog goes, I think it's here, and first floor is a little bit easier. And what I'm going through now with my situation with the muscle atrophy and the hobbling around, man, I can't imagine the third floor. So what are you going to do? But this tree out back, when the seasons change and fall comes around and the leaves fall, I think that's why they call it fall, it craps all over my balcony. And I'm out there vacuuming. And then when the wind comes a certain way, it does it again until all the leaves are gone in the wintry winter. And when they're all gone, it's all good. Okay. And then we don't have a problem for a while. But when it first starts shedding and it's dumping all over me and the wind starts kicking up, one thing about Texas, you can just go by the wind. When the wind is cranked up, you know something's coming. Like right now, today it was windy. And you look at the forecast, we got some rain coming tomorrow. And then the temperatures are going to drop. And that's how it works out here, man. It's just like, boom, the switch gets flipped, the weather changes on a dime, and boom. It's wild. It goes from 75 degrees, and it can drop down to in the 30s like nothing in a day. Pretty nuts. And other than that, hey, Texas is cool. I don't know, everybody's moving here or Florida and getting out of all this kind of crazy California and San Francisco and New York. Everybody's leaving and, as this world tries to figure itself out and all this other stuff. We're going to come out of this bigger, better, and stronger. Focus on what you can control, not what you can't control, and we're going to get moving down the road. Why? She's the good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world, yeah. The good girl, Bodi, yeah. The best girl in the world, oh yeah. DeanBodi.com, 800-878-9698. Call the Bodi hotline, fun line. Call the line, say something fun on there. Say your name, where you're from. We'll make it a feature on the show. You'll see. We'll do it. We've done it before multiple times. We'll do it again. DeanBodi.com is the website. The links are on there. I want to get you over to the podcast. I want to get you over to the YouTube channel, DeanBodi space show, and Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Hey, click the like button if you would. Cling that, hit the subscribe if you like what's going on over here. Hit the bell, the notification bell. You don't want to miss any of these shows because these are real shows. We're back on it. We're coming at you daily because life comes at you daily, not weekly and monthly. We don't no editing. We flip the mic. We go A to Z. We put it in the can. That's how we do it over here, DeanBodi. And we're going to keep doing it. It's good to be back. We're excited. I hope you're excited. And if you want to get a little bit extra crazy and you want to do something nice for the holiday season on the podcast, a nice 5-star rating and review would be awesome. Give that algorithm a good sock in the back of the head, and we can help us move forward. Share it with a friend, the channel, the podcast. It's a great break in the day. We're here to make your life a little bit easier, take you down Goofy Road, Crazy Lane, and we're going to park it over here in Nutty Avenue for a little while. Listen, have an awesome rest of your day. Hanukah's tomorrow. For whoever's celebrating Hanukah out there, all the Jewish people out there celebrating Hanukah. And if you're not and you celebrate it anyway, some of you just cross over and do what you want to do. And, sometimes the husband is a Christmas and the wife is a Hanukah, and you do both. God bless. The more, the merrier. Have an awesome day. We'll talk at you tomorrow. Let's keep moving forward. DeanBodi.com. Oh, yeah.